All right, here we go. The watch this video for Friday, May 17th. Another continuation of the bounce. Another kind of strong day in the market, coming into the 20-day from below this time and settled in right about at the 20-day. Again, headline risk for both sides. So all we can do is build a list of stocks, build a gap play list in addition to that in the morning, and trade A-plus setups on an intraday basis. As most of you know, I'm in cash every night, and it makes this a lot less stressful, right? Waking up and making my money as the day unfolds and back to cash at night. And it works for me. All right, so I don't have a great list going into tomorrow. OTLK is on the list, massive volume, 51 million shares. Very strong move, but also, I don't know, significant, closed significantly off of its highs, but certainly worth watching tomorrow. I was on the fence on this one, dry ships. If you've traded for the last few years, everybody knows dry ships, DRYS. As you can see back here, it still has the ability, even back, I guess, about a year ago. Excuse me. It kind of broke free pretty nicely there. Made another attempt here just back in January, and then just gone down, down, down ever since. But today, a little volume spike in this one, but closing well off its highs. I thought we might have a shipper rally today, but if dry ships goes red to green tomorrow, it might get some momentum. So it's on the watch list, but I'm certainly not in love with that setup. VT, pretty close to breaking out of this, I don't know, maybe 3-week, 4-week range. I'm going to watch that one. TTOO. This one's obscure. It almost never even trades 1 million shares. It did have a big intraday move back here, but gave most of it back. Same thing up here. So it's one of those that usually gets slapped back down. But it's got great support around 250, and it's been attempting to break out. Let's see, back here it hit 302. Today it hit 301. So I kind of like it at 303. It might maybe come up and test these highs. Another one though that I'm not really in love with. Mara, again, just like yesterday. If Bitcoin gets going, this seems to have found support after the big day, then the red day. A couple days in a row, very low volume, but closed above its open. So if we get some kind of rally in Bitcoin, I like MARA is kind of my go-to Bitcoin stock, if you will. OCX, 2-day high, right at 511. Hit 511 both days. This seems so obvious over 511 as a potential long that I almost don't trust it. But we'll keep our eyes on it. TAIT, really beaten up. I mean, this thing went from 3 to 750 and then pretty quickly back into the low 4s. So if it's going to bounce, I certainly wanted to do that tomorrow. Had it on bounce, or had it on watch for today, but then it gapped down, so no trades in it. NVAX, I know this one is an ugly chart and it's kind of obscure, but it's this big volume day right after the reverse split that has my attention. So you had this big day. It doesn't look like a big day, but if you look at the prices, it went from 579 to 790. That's a pretty big move, and now you got a couple days lower on much lower volume than on the big day. So it didn't give any kind of trigger today, so there was no trades in it, but I still like it unless it rolls completely over and then takes out the lows of this day. I'm still going to have this on bounce watch. And then WKHS, another one that it's in the buy zone, and the buy zone is what I define as between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. After this huge move on the Trump tweet and then nasty reversal the next day. So this, if it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce in this area. The reason I don't love this, usually I like a big pop and then a clean pull back into the buy zone. That's where I look to buy stuff. But the reason I like this less than most buy zone setups is because it pulled back and then chopped around. So now you've got a lot of people involved from the last few days, right? Some thinking it's going lower, some thinking it's going higher, and then it resolved this 3 or 4 day pattern to the downside. So it's kind of like any longs from the last few days are in trouble now. So that makes me like it a lot less. But because I don't have much to put on watch, I went ahead and threw this one on watch. I'm hoping we catch some nice gappers tomorrow because, again, this is probably my least favorite list going into the next session. But we'll see. The teamwork in chat's been fantastic. Have a great night, and we'll see you all in chat tomorrow.